Hi guys, I'm back again with another video. So on this video guys, I'll be doing a market breakdown of course, and as usual, and I just hope you watched up until the end. And please just do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed, just subscribe now and then keep moving as I go on about the video. And then if you have already subscribed, if you liked the video, just hit that like button. And then also I'd like to say thank you. All right, so without any further waste of time, all the pairs on my right are the ones that I will be going over, and also you notice that I also included some of the pairs that I don't usually look at. But then this ain't about me, but for anyone who's watching this channel, so we need that type of versatility. So let's get to that, guys. So I'm gonna start with gold as usual. All right, guys. So as you can see on gold, you would remember from past analysis that we are still playing between that support and that resistance level. And then as you can see, we had a correction towards that support level. And then the market finally gave us a nice breakout because the dollar was weak last week. And then when the dollar is weak, when the dollar is weak, gold appreciates because it means that people buy more gold whilst the dollar is losing the value. So hence why they are negatively correlated, right? So as you can see, we have a nice breakout over there. And then we had a previous high that was broken, which is now acting as a support level. So as you go to the lower time frame, which is the 4 hours, you definitely see exactly what I'm talking about. It does not really need much explanation. It's just clear, right? And then we just have these key levels or turning points that you can use as your take profit levels should gold continue going to the upside. So as you can see, as of now, if also that low over there, so let's drop it to the 1 hour. So dropping it to the 1 hour time frame, guys, right? And just go a little bit back. So if you look closely what's going on here, you would realize that we also have broken that. And then if that's a true breakout already, then we're just waiting for continuations to the upside, right? And then as you also can see, we have been moving in higher highs and higher lows. So perhaps maybe if it does come off to retest again, then it's gonna buy. Then maybe if it doesn't, then it might just be wanted to come back here and then go to the upside, meaning that it will be moving in higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So if it ends up coming here, it might just be wanting to give us another higher low before actually giving us another higher high. Right. So that's what is happening in gold, right, guys? So we're just gonna quickly go back to the 4 hour time frame. Right. So as you can see on the H4 on gold, guys, impulse move correction, impulsive breakout. So we might just continue from here until all the way to the upside. But then maybe, like I said, a retest there, then a continuation, meaning that higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, then higher low, and then end up going to the upside. So that's what I see on gold. Then moving forward now to AUDCAD. So on AUDCAD, we're just going to start on the daily time frame as well. So as you can see, we have on the support level, then we also have a correction over there, and then that supporting trend line. So we're just gonna also highlight that low over there that I see, which will be broken out of. So it's going to be clear on the 4 hours, guys, as usual. So as you can see, we are having that high that we previously broke, and it's a nice breakout. It does not need any further more explanation. It's just clear as you see it. And then you can have that as the most turning point that is like most touches. So this is quite simple because on AUDCAD, we will just get maybe a retest and then a continuation of buys to the upside, then a retest, maybe again, and that upside momentum to the top. So on AUDCAD, guys, this is what I see. You can see we have broken the previous high, then it broke out impulsively, right? So another thing, guys, that I want you to know, in a downtrend, right, we have lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So what happens? The market always break the previous lows, right? Which is you break the previous lows, and then we also do not break the previous highs. So when the market finally breaks a high that was inside the structure, it simply means that we are no longer playing in that structure, right? So that's also something that you should keep in mind. Then let's see on the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, guys, the 1 hour time frame, let's see. Yeah, even that candle is showing signs of wanting to come back to that support to give us a higher low. Yeah, a higher low before it actually goes to the upside. So if you see it correctly, otherwise I'm happy with how I drew the low over there. So just waiting for a retest, then go to the upside. So we're just gonna go now quickly on EURUSD. So this is EURUSD, guys, and then you also have this support, and then you also have that small version of a correction over there, and the market is also broken out over there. And you would understand, guys, why the market are moving this way, because the dollar is bearish, looks very bearish, right? And it's highly likely that's going to continue being that way. So as you can see, we have a reversal on flag or channel, if you will, and then we got a nice impulsive breakout over there. But it's going to be clear on the 4 hour time frame. So dropping into the 4 hour time frames, as you can see, EURUSD, nice breakout, the touch is touch. I'm happy with the trend lines and everything. And then you also have this low, but we have something similar to what I saw last week over here. If you did watch that video, so do check it out at the top right as you are watching this video, right? Because you'd remember that we had this low, we have this low, and then we also have that high that has been broken. So if EURUSD ends up coming to give us a retest, it will either be on this support level or that one, right? Either way, we're looking forward a retest, right? And then in the way that retest is going to happen, this is what it's going to mean. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So if it ends up coming down, let's say maybe I believe that it will just be giving us a higher low before actually giving us the higher high, the next higher high. So yeah, guys, let's just move forward to, let me see what's happening on the H1. So on the 1 hour time frame, yeah, it's more or less the same thing that I'm seeing, like a retest and then a continuation of buys to the upside, because as you saw on the higher time frame that we broke out of that descending structure, right? And then let's move forward now to NAS100. Let's move on to NASDAQ. So let's see what's happening on NASDAQ. So in NASDAQ, guys, we also might just be having something similar to that. And then we have that low over there, and then we have that high, right? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, we have that low over there, and then this is what we also have, right? And then we also have that, okay, sharp. So if we go to the 4 hour time frame, right, you would see that if we can adjust the trend line like that, then we also have this level that Nasdaq has broken. So if maybe this is how we're supposed to have it, and then have it like that, and then we can also see that we have a correction inside a correction, and it's also a breakout of that structure. So if we are to continue Nasdaq going to the upside, it will happen in this, it'll be as this reason as to why, because as you can see, we've broken this previous level that was acting as a resistance with an impulsive candlestick. So usually we'll wait for a retest and then the continuations to the upside, right? So, and then also, as you can also see from a structural perspective, that this is an impulse move. This is a correction, so a breakout, retest, and the continuation of buys to the upside. So Nasdaq also does not deserve that much of explanation. It's easy on its own, right? High, low, high, low. Maybe let's see on the M15. Yeah, on the M15, this is how it basically looks like. So if we get a retest, we might just be getting a what? A higher low over there, right? Because for as long as we are still playing inside this pattern, even though it usually is a reversal, but for as long as we're still playing between that trend line and this one, then we're still looking for buys. Unless, of course, it would break the supporting trend line, because it would break that level in the trend line, then we know that's it's going to the downside. However, this type of pattern, right? If it does play out, then it will be in expansion channel if it continues with the buying momentum. But for now, as you can see, the 50-minute candles are also showing signs of rejecting from that resisting trend line. Then the most important level is that support level and that supporting trend line, because it's the one that's going to indicate to us what Nasdaq wanna do next. And so let's move on to the last one now, which is GBPNZD. So GBPNZD, guys, does not really have much to break down, analyze, or whatever. So I'm just going to focus on that price that I feel like is the one that's important. So as you can see, we have that high, right? And then we also have this low, which is on the wick of the candle. Okay. So this is the wick of the candle, guys. And then if we drop it to the 4 hours, right? And just zoom exactly where the price is, you can see that GBPNZD has been selling, right? We have the support, we have that resistance. So it gave us here a head and shoulder. So this was a nice head and shoulder. So we usually know that this head and shoulder looks like something like this, right? And then you get a breakout, the retest on the neckline, and then continue with the sales. So the retest at this neckline might not just necessarily be an impulsive correction. It might, impulsive retest, right? But it smells something like similar to the normal head and shoulder, but in a form of a correction, right? Because as you can see here, this is a level that has been respected by the market, okay? So if AUDCAD is to go to the upside, it will go as a result of this nice correction that we see over here, right? But there is a catch though. So what's the catch? We're gonna go inside that correction so that you can see it a little bit more and clear as to why I'm saying what I'm saying, guys, right? So let's go exactly inside there so that I can show you what I think will happen here first before we can actually go to the upside. So as you can see here, remember, guys, in as much as a correction looks beautiful or whatever, or we understand it as a certain representation of the market, right? But for as long as we still play between that resistance trend line and the support level, this market could still go to the upside in a form of a double top before actually giving us the sells. So sells here would only make sense below, which is this trend line, because we would know that we have a trend line break, right? And then we'll be looking for sells, and then those sells will be the long ones, okay? Because we have that turning point. It's not necessarily a key level, guys. Your support and resistance that is strong is determined on the higher time frames, like this one over here. However, anything else on the lower time frames are your turning points that serve as your TP levels. And then you can also see that's been moving lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high. So what's next? We're expecting a lower low, a lower high, lower low, a lower high, maybe up until it gets here. If it will, it's not a must that it does that, but it's what we know, or it's what we're anticipating as traders, right? So as you can also see that we have this impulse. So this is a correction. So what is next? Because we know that after every impulse move, we get a what? A correction. So we might be looking at something like this, right, guys? And then dropping into the 1 hours, it's more or less going to be the same thing. Nothing's going to change. That we're still inside this correction. Higher, high, high, low, high, 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 low, high, high. So on Monday, it might want to do this, then go back and then sell. But if it doesn't want to, if it's not going to do that, then it's simply just going to break, give us a retest at this previous high or resisting level, and then actually go down. So that we can only just wait now and see what's going to happen next. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed and liked this video, like I said, just give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much if you have, and I think thank you so much if you have, and thank you so much for watching up until the end. I'll see you on the next video.